At McDonald's, Steve wore a solemn look and remained sheepish for the rest of the day.
That's the best bit for me, is the solemn look at McDonald's.
Solemn. So this email made me laugh out loud. Dear EJ and PD, following on from the Welsh cowpat game and the stupid games that lads play, I'm already on board. A memory was triggered that I felt compelled to share. I trust that you'll be able to triage this story appropriately. Although I'm far from blameless and all that follows, I'm not sure this is enough for entry into the shame well. In fact, I look back on this story with more a feeling of amusement and wonder rather than regret. On the very odd occasion I've shared this story publicly, I struggle to tell you without breaking down into fits of laughter. It was 1989. I was 13, growing up in the rough and ready northwest town of Bolton. I was part of a big group of friends, and when birthdays came around, there was a standard formula for success which parents stuck to. Swimming, McDonald's, cinema. Yes. That speaks to me. That is basically every birthday party I went to in the late 80s.
Yeah, there were sort of birthday templates, weren't there?
McDonald's was an occasional treat reserved for special occasions like birthdays, but better still, a new leisure centre had opened up in our town. The water place was Bolton's answer to the real sun centre or Blackpool's the Sandcastle, both a trifle flashy for my tastes. We also didn't have to travel over an hour to enjoy wave pools, water slides and pool snacks consumed in a humid atmosphere wearing just your trunks. Another common feature of these leisure centres was a sort of water jet forest. Between the big wave pool and the toddler's splash pool, there was a sort of raised watershed area with many holes on the floor from which rapid jets of high-pressure water would fly up at random times. They could reach impressive heights, and the force that was required to propel jets of water into the air was quite something. On this fateful day, I was part of a group of around 10 teenagers. As we stood watching the impressive spectacle of these water jets, I suggested that someone try sitting on one. I'm not sure why I suggested this. I probably didn't expect anyone to try. To protect his identity, let's call him Stee, not his real name. Stee uttered the immortal words, "Watch this, lads." With the immortal words, "Watch this, lads," then confidently marched into the water jet forest and nestled down tightly over the top of one of the holes like a brooding hen getting comfortable on some eggs.
Oh my
The rest of the
word.
group stood like a free kick wall overlooking the strange scene. I just knew what would happen next. I know.
Has he got his trunks on?
trunks on.
They're on. Okay.
Yeah, everyone wore a different expression. Some nervous anticipation, some genuine excitement, and others bewildered confusion. It felt like 10 minutes went by before catastrophe struck. It was probably only about 30 seconds. I will never forget Steve's face as he stared up at the group from his low, crouched position with a confident and broad smile across his face. A smile that was to disappear in the cruelest way. It's a brilliantly written email. As the water jet fired, his face transformed to abject horror in the blink of an eye as he was treated to a powerful and unexpected colonic irrigation. In the interest of good taste, I won't share the details of the scene that unfolded.
Oh, wow.
It's safe to say this is as close as I will ever get to a Jaws-like get out of the water emergency situation.
Oh, no.
Lifeguards appeared from all angles, blowing whistles and screaming at the bathers to get out of the water, gesticulating wildly to warn people of the approaching water-based biohazard. Worse still, some of the effluent was flowing in the direction of the toddler splash pool, and young mothers waded in to drag their children to a position of safety. It's difficult to describe how funny this was to a group of 13-year-old boys. Most were unable to stand due to fits of laughter. Can you imagine how much you'd laugh if you saw that happen to your mate and you were 13? It'd be the funniest thing you'd ever seen in your life.
At 13, I think if I saw it now...
Oh, horror! It's a horror show. As the pool was cleared, we kept a very low profile, disappearing into the anonymity of the crowd and heading for the changing rooms. At McDonald's, Steve wore a solemn look and remained sheepish for the rest of the day.
That's the best bit for me, is the solemn look at McDonald's.
Solemn. Such a funny word, solemn. These were the days before social media, and to his credit, he was never that embarrassed about the story being retold. In fact, he demonstrated a degree of pride in being the reason that the new leisure centre was closed down for a few days for a deep clean. I suppose I must carry some of the blame and responsibility for this incident, and I'm sorry that many people had their day out ruined.
That's superb.
That is quite simply superb.